recording this time. And I'll have that chopped right down. Listen, it's the furnace, okay? You're gonna hear things when you're in my basement. And I didn't think it was that audible last time.
Neither did I, and I was listening to it, and I was like, "Ooh."
No, I mean, I re-listened to it, and I didn't think it was that audible.
Well, I could hear it.
Well, I
like crisp audio.
Crisp audio my ass. You ain't gonna get crisp audio. Because you know why?
Have you heard my audio? It's like one step away from...
You record in a closet. We don't...
I have a full-fledged studio.
How many views are you up to right now?
I could tell you.
You got to know this off the top of your head. Why don't you?
I didn't realize this was going to be a question.
We're quizzing you.
About 800 views.
No way.
Yeah,
nice,
in a week.
So if you haven't already, we did it. We're gonna do it every episode because it's freaking hilarious now. We gotta. What are those card things that pop up at the top of the videos?
Oh, the eye thing.
Yeah. What is that? What is that called? Info card.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that on every episode so you can watch. So it's easy for the viewers
to click on. I don't even know how to do that. I should probably do it
somewhere in the studio. Interesting episode today.
Mm-hmm.
Pick It or Flick It podcast. My name is Vaux.
And my name is Luke from the YouTube channel Confused Reviews.
Now, what was your reasoning to pick this video or this movie?
Well, Christmas time is approaching quick, fast, and in a hurry. So I figured, well, we should probably do a few Christmas because this is gonna be the first like not in theaters episode.
Yeah. Yeah,
so,
like not new movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
I probably could have explained that better.
Yeah.
But, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And I was thinking, well, we should do a few because that's what everyone does. And I was thinking we could do Gremlins, but everyone's talked about Gremlins. Everyone knows that Gremlins is a classic. There's nothing else to say. But what hasn't been talked about enough is Gremlins 2: The New Batch.
Oh, my God. But you like this movie.
I love this movie.
Okay, so we're just going to dive right in. But to be totally upfront and clear with everyone, I have never seen this movie until today. Like, I watched it today.
Earlier today.
Like, I have never seen this movie. And, this was a rough one, my friend.
No way.
This was really rough. And I think it's maybe because I'm to the point now where, like, nostalgia just doesn't do it for me unless I'm watching cartoons.
Right.
But I don't know, man. This movie was all sorts of whack.
Well, that's the best way I could describe it.
Not a good whack either.
Okay.
Like a bad whack for
this
sure.
This movie is absolutely fucking nuts.
I was hoping that we could get somewhere without the F-bomb.
Oh, sorry.
We're at 2 minutes. I don't know if that'll demonetize us.
Well, are we? We're not even monetized yet.
No, it's a joke. That's what I'm saying.
I know, but I was trying to think.
So.
Okay, so let me preface this by saying,
you start here.
I wholeheartely expected this to be a lot worse because I haven't seen it in a few years. I watched the original Gremlins just about every year.
Really?
I
haven't watched it in a long time.
Like Christmas Vacation, Die Hard, the best Christmas movies out there.
Really? Okay.
I haven't seen Gremlins 2: The New Batch in a while. So I was like, okay, we're going to do the podcast. I've been trying to convince you to do it for a frightening amount of time. And then you finally said yes. So I was like, okay, I'm going to watch it. It's going to be goofy as hell, and I'm not going to like it. Because I don't like a lot of things. And then I loved it.
Had you seen this prior to?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
A handful of times.
Okay, so you've seen this one a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't walk into it going like, I'm going to hate this, but I walked into it going like, okay, it's a sequel to a cult classic movie. Mm-hmm. I'm afraid of how this is going to be. And how many years after is this?
5.
Is it? Because this is, what, 1990?
Yeah.
Gremlins 2, 1990?
Yeah.
And then Gremlins 1 was...
Well, that was a nice little voice crack for you.
Me?
No, me. I just...
Oh, I was say, my voice doesn't crack that often.
Mine does a lot. Sorry. But, yeah, so Gremlins 1, critical and financial, absolute smash hit. Okay. I think it had like a $10 million budget. You have the computer, so you can fact check me.
I'm trying to.
You're going to be my Jamie to Joe Rogan.
This is the first time we brought the computer on the show.
I know we're spare no expense over here.
My problem is I can't type very fast.
And it made like just a truckload of money.
Apparently, this movie's back in theaters right now.
What, Gremlins 2?
No, Gremlins 1. Because it's like saying, like, here, go see this movie right now at local theaters.
That's what I'm saying. Like, everyone talks about 1. No one gives love to 2. So I'm going to do that today.
Oh, my God. Is there a 3?
they've been saying there's going to be a 3. But God help me.
I'm Googling this.
Don't make a 3.
Okay, hold on. It says Gremlins 3. This is just on a Wikipedia page. On Gremlins fandom.
Mm-hmm.
Gremlins 3 apparently has already been written
By who?
Someone named Columbus.
Christopher Columbus.
Christopher Columbus.
Not the American guy, the screenwriter who did Home Alone.
I don't know. Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to hit you with some T14 truth bombs.
Yeah, you're a weird motherfucker. It doesn't say. It just says
They've been saying
Columbus.
they're going to make 3 for
It has been written, and it is Twisted and Dark. It's a prequel set for February 26th, 2019. Well, that's not happening.
Yeah, well, I'm going to say that one passed.
It will be a full reboot, says another source.
Stop. I think if they're going to do it...
Yeah, it is Chris Columbus, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what's up.
All right.
If they're going to do it, they're going to do a Force Awakens, Jurassic World, like, you know, it's like a sequel, but it's also a remake. That's my bet is if they're going to do it. But that being said,
this is okay.
Joe Dante, the GOAT, the man, the myth, the legend who did the first one, didn't want to do a second one.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Because I think, like, all the animatronics were a huge pain in the ass, which I can only imagine.
But was it really animatronics? Wasn't it just puppeteering?
It was a little bit of both.
Okay. All right. I mean, I don't know.
And so he kept saying no, and they're like, but we want to.
Yeah, but come on.
That one made a lot of money, so we're going to do another one. And so he goes, all right, fine. And they gave him just all the money and just said, do whatever you feel like. And that's how we got Gremlins 2, the new batch.
Oh. I mean, this movie, I looked this up after I watched it because I was like, I got to see what other people are saying here. Because I wrote down a whole bunch of thoughts when I was watching it.
I did also.
I was like, okay, we'll get into that. But people loved this movie.
Thank you.
I mean, people truly loved this movie.
It's spectacular.
And what I don't get is why people loved this movie. I mean, okay, so the original cast... Well, at least some original cast has returned.
I'd say like most all of them, like all the big players besides like the dad and the mom.
Yeah, because
Dick Miller.
Miller.
Yeah,
I was gonna say Murphy. Dick Miller, because he was the guy who gave him or wanted to buy him, right? Gizmo in the first movie.
Do you need me to explain what happened in the first Gremlins?
It's been a long time.
He's already got dementia, and we're like what 5 episodes into this?
Yeah, but it's been a while.
So the dad buys the Mogwai from a Chinese man.
That's right.
I was about to say Mr. Miyagi, but that's not who that is. So we're gonna.
That's terrible.
No, because what happened there is I'm mixing up about 4 different movies because the little kid in that scene looks like Short Round from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Yeah, you're right.
So I don't know what Spielberg's weird fixation was with that.
Didn't Spielberg help out with?
He produced the first
one.
Because
okay.
it says
All
like
right.
Steven Spielberg Presents.
Yeah.
So everyone thought it was his movie. We'll get back to that.
Okay.
But the dad buys the Mogwai, I guess without even knowing what the fuck it is, because I don't think he looks at it before he just goes, yeah, I'll buy that. And he gives it to his son, and Dick Miller, he goes, I don't like all those foreign cars, because you know what a gremlin is, right? It's like something that messes with technology and machinery. So it's extra ironic when Dick Miller's snowplow comes barricading through his fucking house, driven by gremlins, and what presumably would have killed both of them.
Yeah.
And then he just shows up in this one because, you know.
Why not, right?
Rest in peace, Dick Miller.
Yeah.
He passed away, unfortunately.
This year, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was in, like, January. So
Let me look. I'm going to get on top.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, January 30th. Oh, man, that blows.
Yeah.
He was old as fuck, though.
I mean, I would like to become
He was
half
born
that old.
in 1928, bro. 1928.
Yeah, I couldn't even imagine being that old.
He's done 180 films. That's a fucking lot.
He was in the classic Chopping Mall, which if you haven't, I guarantee you haven't seen it.
I don't think I have, no.
It's about a shopping mall filled with killer robots and teenagers die.
Awesome.
It's fantastic.
What year was that?
Definitely somewhere in the 80s. Because you know how that movie probably got thought up?
Lots of
All
cocaine.
right, so let's say shopping mall with killer robots in it.
Shopping mall.
Shopping mall. It's
86. Dope.
yeah.
We'll do that
Right.
one.
We'll
Let's do that one.
That's gonna be next.
That's going to be really funny. So, side note, you said Mogwai, and it reminds me, because I'm on the music end of things, Mogwai is actually a post-rock band from Scotland or something like that.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're dope. They're really strange.
It would be
but
really
dope.
nice if they were like a Chinese or a Japanese band. That would kind of, it's like poetry, sort of.
Well,
They rhyme.
I'm just looking them up right now because I wanted to see if they got inspired by that.
I can only imagine they
But
would.
Mogwai means evil spirit or devil in Chinese.
Oh, see?
And the band debuted in '96 with a song that was.
I just wonder, how did people figure these things out before the internet? How did someone go, Mogwai not only sounds kind of cute,
I will tell
but
you how
means-
they figured this out. Ready? It's one word. No, not a lot of cocaine.
not more cocaine?
One word. Library.
What's that?
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
exactly.
I'm kidding.
Exactly.
I don't mean to sound
I rest in peace.
fucking. I know
I'm
what a library
You just
is.
killed me.
I'm
That's what
sorry.
I'm saying. I'm gonna go rest in peace because.
Anyone listening to this over the age of like 20 is gonna be like, oh, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, what is wrong with these kids? Anyways, yeah, you said Mogwai, so I was all over that. But
Right.
okay, so Gremlins 2. That's the thing.
Were we talking about Gremlins too?
I have. Let me start because you're gonna blow this thing out of the water, and I think this is the first one that we're gonna heavily disagree on.
Which is
man.
great, because that's kind of what I wanted
It's-
from the get-go, and then we just kind of started agreeing on everything.
People will soon know, and I know I've said it before, but I hate everything. There's not a few
I say that just about every episode.
There's not a few, things that I'm like, oh, this is okay. It's either like I love it or I hate it, and most of it's hate. So I wrote a little thing, and I need to get back on what's that?
Letterboxd.
Yeah, that one. I need to get on that and write this out.
I should get
'cause
sponsored for how much I fucking talk about them.
They should sponsor our channel. That'd be great. So the lack of plot made this movie incredibly difficult
I'm
to
sorry.
enjoy.
Try again.
No,
How is there not a plot?
dude, this movie is literally filled, and this is what I put down. I said,
Okay.
while yes, some bits were funny, and the actor lineup from the returning roles is actually really nice to see.
Okay.
People come back from this off the wall B film now. That's a sequel to a cult classic movie already at the time.
Right.
5 years later, the movie's a cult classic.
It was
Like,
already
fuck
started.
it.
It was.
We're gonna do a sequel.
This is this was like what Ghostbusters 2 should have been.
There's
There's a lot of parallels. They both came out in. Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa! Hold on a second. I just thought of this. This is brand spanking. Both came out in '84.
Yeah.
Both got a sequel 5 years later in 1990.
mind blown.
Both were kind of financial flops. We're gonna look more into that later.
Okay, mind
Back
blown.
to you.
I found it very difficult to get through overall. More than half of this movie was just the main characters running around making moronic decisions. Not that I'm judging them because, hey, it's a 1990s movie that's supposed to be a little scary, like the first one was.
Okay.
But now it's just being like totally made
So
a
you're
mockery
telling
of.
me that the female gremlin wasn't the most terrifying thing you've seen?
I mean, there's no part of this I was like, this is scary. Like the first one, the great thing that held the first movie together was you don't know what happens when they get wet.
Right.
You don't know what happens when they eat after midnight, okay? And maybe it's because I did know what was happening.
I was gonna say that's probably
maybe
just
that
the
is,
sequel.
but I was like there's no part of this movie that I'm like that's a great idea.
That
you know?
spider gremlin gave me
I'm not there yet.
PTSD.
I'm not there yet.
We'll get there. This is gonna be this is a bombshell of an episode.
I said I put on here as well. Other than the main characters are just running around making moron decisions, and the other half of the movie is literally the studio showing off how crazy their puppeteering and their stop motion animation could be.
Well, that wouldn't be the studio. That'd be the director and
Don't care.
props department
Don't care.
or whoever does that.
Don't care. Page
Rick
2.
Baker did.
I personally feel like this movie is missing the excitement, and like I just said, like maybe it is because I knew already that if you get these fuckers wet, they're gonna explode and shoot little babies everywhere. And if you feed them after midnight, they get all angry and crazy looking and turn into the ground.
Someone's gonna take that soundbite, and by someone I mean me, and I'm gonna just use that for everything.
Just shooting babies
Just
all
shooting
over the
babies
place.
everywhere.
I don't know, man. I had to write this down on here because I would have lost my train of thought. But This movie was just less serious in tone overall and was making a mockery of what had already become a classic and had a following at the time. Now, I did write down things that I enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
For number one, fucking Slayer. Like,
yes, you literally wrote fucking
I literally
Slayer.
wrote fucking Slayer. The revealing of the spider gremlin when Angel of Death starts playing and he's like switching out.
It's insane.
That was pretty cool. The dude that has the wings, he grows the wings and
the bat gremlin.
Yeah, he injects himself with probably sun lotion or whatever it was. It was some kind of serum that could,
Oh yeah, the sun because
they can't go in the
hold
sun.
on, for anyone who hasn't seen this, what the fuck are you doing listening to this? But anyway,
getting entertained, damn it.
Probably my favorite addition to this movie is the mutated gremlins, which are caused by a laboratory filled with just
different serums.
Everything.
Yeah, different serums.
There's a vegetable gremlin. Let's see, I wrote them down. Bat gremlin, a vegetable gremlin, the Mohawk turned spider, because that's his name, is Mohawk.
It was Mohawk, yeah, because he's the one that has like the black face and the
with a
white
Mohawk,
stripe.
yes.
Looks like
No,
a
that's
skunk.
Stripe from the first one.
Oh.
He had a Mohawk.
I'm so confused.
God, this guy didn't even watch the movie. And I probably my favorite one is the smart one who can talk.
The one who was on the talk show?
Yes.
And then shoots the other one?
I think you should invest all your money on canned goods and shotguns.
As far as the gremlin that had tits, I am a little afraid of that.
I don't like how you just described that and also described it perfectly. So I'm going to just...
You made me uncomfortable.
I wrote down this movie as being on speed the movie. That's how I would describe it.
Well, you know what I didn't really like is that like they tried to giving all these gremlins like they already have personalities, so why are you trying to add on to something else? Like,
see, I like that. The first four, which I wrote notes on because I did a little IMDb trivia research. Mohawk is Stripe 2.0, obviously. The one that's named Daffy is who's that one based on?
Yeah.
And George and Lenny are based on the boys from Of Mice and Men.
George and Lenny.
Which is probably the best book I've ever read.
It's probably the only book you've ever read.
That is entirely true.
Yeah, I thought
I love that book. It's really good.
It's all right.
You're
it's not bad.
Sorry it doesn't have upside-down crosses and shit.
Oh, God. I do really like how they made the grossness of getting the gremlins wet.
Oh, yeah. It's
like his back looked like it was like...
Because you never saw that in the first one. You see
you see him kind of just popping out.
You only see Gizmo.
Right.
Like in the original. This one, you see the bad gremlins, and they're like these like giant swelling...
Ugh. They're like pus sacks, man.
And then they do a close-up, and you can see the little gremlins inside, and it's just like, okay, I need to get the fuck out of here.
I did really like that. Like,
obviously, the creature effects are the best part of this movie.
They did a lot of things. You know what made me uncomfortable is how big Gizmo looked.
Yeah, for
he was this like giant thing now.
For close-ups, they made him like twice as big, so he had more like articulation, and
you could totally tell when he was making the slingshot or whatever he
those
was
were
making.
real people hands.
Those are real hands, man. I was not into that.
Okay.
I was not into that.
High definition does wonders to old movies.
Well, and when he's dancing, I'm like, why is he dancing for so long?
Cute.
I'm like, oh my God.
He was the OG Baby Yoda.
Oh God, you're right though. Everyone's making those memes now. I keep seeing them now.
Of what, Gizmo?
Yeah, Gizmo.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'll
I'm
have
just
to show you this, but
right now on air.
Yeah, I'm
on
gonna show
air.
you
What
on
the
air.
fuck? I sound boomer as fuck.
My ears. Yeah, look. Can I copy your homework? Just make sure you change it up a little bit so no one knows you copied.
And it's Gizmo.
And Baby Yoda.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Well, there you go.
I know.
Sorry for swearing a moment ago.
Yeah.
Or
Howie
yelling.
Mandel returning as Gizmo.
As Gizmo.
Nice.
Which you would never think, because honestly, he's forever going to be the Deal or No Deal guy to me.
No, man.
And
to you,
My
really?
Pet Monster or whatever.
No.
What was that movie
Talent.
called?
America's Got Talent.
Who watches? Are you 40 years old and a mom?
I watch America's Got Talent. John Glover, which I know him from Smallville because he played...
He was just in Shazam.
Lex Luthor's... he was in Shazam?
He was the dad in Shazam.
No, he was not.
I bet you $100 million he was.
What?
Yeah, try again.
Are you sure?
That's going to be my new thing. Whenever you get something wrong, I'm just going to say try again.
Try again. No way.
Okay. Well, obviously, John Glover's character, Clamp, is based on whom?
Who are you talking about? John Glover. Oh, Trump.
And
I don't know the other one.
Ted Turner.
Ted Turner?
Mm-hmm.
Ted Turner.
Business boy.
I don't remember seeing him in Shazam,
Half of this episode
bro.
is just going to be like dead air because you're looking up who these people
I'm so
are.
sorry. I don't remember him in Shazam.
He was in it, and then he got fucking eaten by the monsters.
What? Oh, shit. Yeah, well, that's why. Because
he's old now.
Yeah, that's why. I remember him now.
That's the thing, is like, I think,
That's right.
I don't know for sure, because there's a lot of things I don't know about everything.
Okay.
Clamp, as a character,
I loved him.
he seems like he should have been like the heartless bad guy.
Yeah, I
but
loved
he's
him.
so fucking likable. I wish the movie was about him.
He was just kind of like one of those dudes that knew he had money and wanted to do
Yeah.
things, but made sure that they happened in a good way.
But before we move any further, and I
Uh-oh.
forget to tell you this little, so refresh me on who Clamp is supposed to be based on.
Okay,
One more time.
Trump and the other guy.
Just who's that first guy?
Trump?
Who's that?
Oh, my God.
What is he right now?
You were so annoying.
What
to
is
me.
he right now?
I understand what he is.
What if someone's
I've-
listening to this 30 years from now and they don't know?
I mean,
Tell me.
I voted for him. If that makes you feel any better.
There is a deleted scene where someone says Clamp would make, stick with me here, a good president.
I was sitting on the edge of my seat the entire time. You blew my mind.
It's insane.
Wow, you really blew my mind. Christopher Lee in this movie as
Count Dunko?
No.
Oh, Dr. Catheter.
Yeah, I was waiting for
The
you.
greatest fucking name
Ew,
that's
it's
ever
so
been.
gross, but also
Plus,
Christopher
with
Lee.
his voice, it's like, hello, I'm Dr.
Did Christopher
Catheter.
Lee die?
Yeah, he's been dead.
Shit.
Everyone we love will die.
I know. 2015. I didn't realize he died.
Wow, he died.
Yeah, almost 5 years
Life's
ago
a
now.
fragile thing here.
Holy buttholes.
Holy buttholes.
Yeah,
Quote
and then
of the
the
episode.
twins, which I'm so glad that you caught the reference of this.
They're the ones from T2.
Don and Dan Stanton.
Yes, and
Yeah.
their names are Martin and Lewis after Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis. Everything in this movie is a reference to something.
I hate it.
I love it.
I hate
This
it.
movie is the perfect meta to me. It makes Deadpool look like a little bitch.
Was Hulk Hogan in this movie?
Yeah. Did you like skim through the movie so
I
you
did.
don't know what the fuck's going on? Yeah, there's a part which I think is fantastic where the movie breaks and like the projector breaks and you can see
Yes.
Gremlins behind it.
Yeah.
And in the theater, Hulk Hogan rips off a tank top and tells the Gremlins to turn the movie back on.
I saw it, but I was like, I watched it at work, so there's a lot going on.
Yeah, so I got to carry us for the rest of this. And there's also a part where like a mom rips her daughter out of the movie and is like, this is horrifying, da da da, which is great because that actually happened. And Gremlins was so violent as a PG movie that it was one of the big contenders to get PG-13 made. Boom. You're welcome.
Wow.
Did you know that?
I
Same
do
with
know.
Same with Temple of Doom, which we've already talked about in this episode.
That's because his face gets melted off in Temple of Doom,
That's
right?
Raiders of the Lost Ark. Jesus Christ, it's time to put you in the home.
Well, listen, you know how long it's been since I've watched an Indiana Jones movie? Holy
No
shit.
excuses. They're all on Netflix right now.
Are they?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll rewatch them. That's fair. Anyways, this movie, at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
was really not that good.
What?
I mean, it truly wasn't. And I get it. I watched and skimmed, through it. But
I think you need to give this a
I honestly
full
watched
rewatch.
a solid 45 minutes of this movie before I went, okay, I don't know if I can continue this.
Wow.
I mean, no.
Wow.
Tell me another, 80s remake sequel movie that is this good. Or this bad, I mean.
What do you mean?
Tell me a sequel to a movie that's this this.
Well, I don't think
It's
it's
bad.
terrible, so I don't know what you're asking
man,
me here.
It's bad.
It's not.
bad, bro.
I love it.
Well,
Everyone in this movie not only has everything set up, but everything is paid off. Dick Miller gets his revenge and kills a few gremlins. Billy gets his shit together. It's great. Clamp is just the best thing ever. I don't know how you didn't like this movie, Vaux.
I don't know. Like I said before, maybe it was just because I already knew like the whole thing that I just didn't get.
I think it does so many fun things in such a bizarre way that it's great.
Yeah, but I don't know. Okay, I'm trying to think of like a movie that was a sequel that I was like, I didn't like this, and I don't think there's many that now come out that I'm like, no, I don't enjoy this.
Terminator Dark Fate was.
I haven't seen it.
It was. Oh, man.
But okay, that's a good point right there.
Thank
Go
you.
from Terminator 1 to Terminator 2. It only got better, and we already knew what the Terminator was. We knew he was this robot from the future who was coming to kill this kid and blah,
Right.
blah, blah, okay? For Gremlins, we knew what the Gremlins were, and then in the second movie, it just was a letdown because we already
there's a whole
knew what they
scene
were.
where they make fun of the illogical and dumbass rules, and it's fantastic.
I know, I'm just saying. I think this movie was if they were going to do a spoof movie, they should have said, like, hey, this is a spoof movie.
I think it was made fucking clear when the movie breaks and Hulk Hogan comes out and says to put the movie back on.
I don't know, man. This movie gave me a whole bunch of fucking quandaries that I just can't get over.
I mean, there's a scene in Gremlins 2 where Leonard Maltin, a film critic, is holding up a VHS of Gremlins 1 and is killed by the Gremlins. What are you talking about? This isn't a spoof movie.
But why? I don't get it, man.
Because Joe Dante didn't want to make it, so he said,
Don't
here.
make it, for crying
They
out
were
loud.
going to make it. It
No.
made too much fucking money, Vaux.
And how much money did this one make?
Oh, it bombed hard.
Exactly.
That's not fair. It came out the same weekend as Dick Tracy, I think.
Who cares?
Dick Tracy made all the money.
The budget was $50 million.
Yeah,
on Gremlins.
they gave
2.
him a lot of money.
$50 million.
Can you imagine?
And what did it make?
I think it didn't
I'm
even.
looking.
I don't even think it made back its budget.
There's no way it made back its budget.
But that's not the fault of the movie.
$50 million?
It's not the fault of the fucking movie.
Oh my god! I mean, fucking what's it called? Did better than this. Captain Marvel.
That's not. You need to adjust for inflation, you little bitch. That's not a fair comparison.
That's a really good.
I would rather
comeback.
watch Gremlins 2 on loop for the rest of my life than ever watch Captain Marvel again.
Oh come on! It wasn't that bad.
It was like 5 out of 10.
Now you're out of 10. Weren't you out of 5 before?
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter.
Jesus.
Ratings are arbitrary. It doesn't fucking
trying-
matter.
How much did Gremlins 2 make?
Do you need me to hold your hand while you type? Because apparently you're having a hard time.
I was just seeing if it was on the wiki. And
Another
it
thing I had
wasn't.
a question about was, have you seen Dexter?
Yes. Not all of it, but yes.
So you know how his boat's named The Slice of Life?
Yes.
Something I forgot what it was because
Wow.
I have
Great
dementia.
podcast. Thanks for listening.
Exactly. There's something in this movie called The Slice of Life. Did Dexter copy that?
Probably.
I need answers to
All right,
these
so
questions.
this movie did come out the same day Dick Tracy did.
See, I know things sometimes.
Guess how much this movie made in the first weekend?
$9 million.
Okay, you did some research.
I
already.
did. How you like that?
$9.7 million.
Okay, and what's that adjusted to today's money?
I don't know, probably $25 million.
Yeah, that's how much Terminator Dark Fate made, I think, at its opening weekend.
Really? Total made 400 $4 billion. No, 41.4 million.
So, is that just domestic or is that worldwide?
That's worldwide.
So yeah, this movie ate shit.
Yeah, this movie died.
But then again, a lot of movies, The Shawshank Redemption was a critical failure, or financial failure.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think we need to judge the dumbass population.
Just for comparison here, yeah. Terminator Dark Fate made $29 million domestically and 124 million worldwide.
That's so embarrassing. I think
But
I read they're projected to lose like $200 million from that movie.
Yeah, and the cost is almost $200 million.
Fuck, dude, what happened to making money or making movies with like small budgets?
But here's the thing: we had movies like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like Gremlins 2.
The new batch.
That was just like, hey, we wanted to make a sequel to a movie that we made a fuckload of money on. So here's a bunch of money and make a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing has changed from 1990 till now.
Well, actually, one thing has changed. They don't just say we're making a sequel. we're making 12 sequels before the first movie comes out.
I guess. But
I think I've said that already.
But here's the thing
before.
that changes, man. We get people that say that, and then we get pieces of shit like this, or Terminator. I'm saying like this, Terminator Dark Fate.
We're gonna call this Gremlins 2 / Terminator Dark Fate discussion.
But no, this is part of the discussion. The fact is that we have people still saying like, "Hey, we're gonna continue to remake or reboot or do sequels to movies that we know made a lot of money in efforts to try to bring back the nostalgia to make more money."
Mm-hmm.
But then we have movies like Deadpool that had like a $30 million budget and made like $400 million in the fucking theater. Like,
well,
it's all part of the writing. That's what it is.
It's that, and I don't think the masses know what they like until they have it.
That's how it's always been.
Right, but now
you don't know what you like until you get it.
Instead of something like Back to the Future that had like $20 million budget and made a fuck ton of money, and then they go, all right, we'll make another one. Now it's like, we're going to spend $350 million on a Justice League movie while also announcing Flash, Aquaman, Shazam, Black Widow, Batman.
I just rolled my eyes.
Darth
so
Vader,
hard.
fucking all solo movies to do Justice League 2.
Darth Vader.
I said Black Widow too. That's Marvel. Anyway, and then when Justice League is not only a shitty movie, but it bombs and doesn't make any money, they panic and they don't know what to do.
Well, you know my thoughts. The tomato meter says 69.
For what, Gremlins 2?
69%, yeah. Audience score is a 57%.
For Gremlins 2, the new batch.
On Rotten Tomatoes.
Then again, Joker has like a 69 on Rotten Tomatoes, so I don't fucking buy into their bullshit anymore.
I don't like Rotten Tomatoes. Anyways, IMDb, 3 out of 5 stars.
What?
6.4 out of 10 for the audience reviews. Are you
Okay.
saying pick it?
Certainly.
I'm saying flick it. Get this shit out of here.
I think you have to be in a mood for it.
I think that's any movie,
This
man.
movie has such a great score. I don't care what anyone says.
At the end of the day, that's any movie. Like if you're into it,
that's been stuck in my fucking head all day.
If you're into it, see it. If you like Gremlins and you want to see a ridiculous
Which
80s,
is weird
90s
that
movie,
someone like you who likes Deadpool doesn't like all this meta stuff.
it's just hipster bullshit. Were
hipsters around?
No, I'm saying me.
Oh.
It's my hipster bullshit.
Oh.
And that's what it is. Like I said, the things I liked in this movie were totally worth watching.
I'm gonna be honest. This was probably the most off the rails podcast we've done.
Whatever, man. This movie was off the rails as fuck. Like, if you want to listen, if you're listening to us, we appreciate you listening to us because we can ramble and do whatever we want. It's not gonna be when we go see a movie in theaters. That's when we're gonna hardcore say hey, this is new shit. We got to be on top of it because people are gonna be listening.
Well, yeah.
This is Gremlins 2. We're allowed to go
the new batch.
We're allowed to go left and right. Stop saying the new batch.
Got to make sure people know which movie we're talking about.
Gremlins 2. It's the only Gremlins 2 out there.
Until they do a soft reboot where it's Gremlins, but it skips Gremlins 2. They're going to do a Halloween 2018 on us. Skip 9 sequels just cuz.
We're approaching a half hour. Let's get out of here. Thanks for listening. Stick around. Next week we'll review Troll 47, The Return of the Troll Lords, and Luke will sing a song for you.
Dun, 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 dun,
No, that's
dun,
next
dun.
week. Next week, not this
Oh,
week.
I thought you wanted me to sing
No,
the
no.
Gremlins theme song.
Stay in school. Read a book. Subscribe.
Don't stick your tongue on frozen poles.
Yeah, it's getting cold out there, people.
It
Unless
is.
you're listening in California, then fuck you.
Or Florida, which is just a pile of alligators.
That's true as well.
Do people just, how people jump rocks?
Yeah.
Do they just jump alligators?
So many questions.
So little time.
Ugh. Stay tuned till next time to get all these answered. Goodbye.
Toodles.
Goodbye. I was trying to see if you can make that noise.
Just break the whole setup.